Hello students, my name is Sholpan. I'm your English teacher. Welcome to my lesson. Oh, sorry, I have a headache. Something wrong with me? I just want to go to bed and have a rest. Okay, let's guess. Students, how do you think? What about we're going to talk during the lesson? Yes, right you are. Today we are going to talk about sleep and its importance in our life. As you know, at the previous lessons, we've talked about sport, health and exercise. We've talked about healthy lifestyle, healthy activities. We asked for and gave advice to each other. Today, we are going to go on this topic, but in an unusual way. It's going to be interesting. Let's get started. Now, I'd like to share my screen with you. Just a second. Here it is. This is an interesting tool, useful tool called Miro. Here's my page. You can write and comment here. So let's start. Before starting the lesson, I would like to put you some questions. How many hours should children sleep at night? How many hours should teens sleep at night? The last one. How many hours should adults sleep at night? Think and answer. Have you got an answer? Yes, right you are. Children should sleep about 10 and 12 hours at night. Teens should sleep about 9 and 10 hours at night. As for adults, they should sleep about 7 and 8 hours at night. Right you are. But have you ever had such kind of situation like in this picture? Even you have slept about 9-8 hours at night, but you still feel tired yourself, like me at the beginning of the video. You get lazy, you don't want to get up. And have you ever thought why? What's the reason of it? Yes, right you are. It is because you had a bad sleep at night. Okay, today, but we have a good chance now to get interview from a doctor to ask him some good tips for a good night's sleep. But before going to do a listening task, I'd like you to think and write about tips for a good night's sleep. If you stop the video, take a paper, write down as many tips as you know, as you can. Tips for a good night's sleep. Have you written? Fantastic, that's great. Okay, now we are going to listen the interview with a doctor. We are going to listen it with the website britishcouncil.org. You should Google it. This one. It's opening. It's the main page. There are lots of exercises and tasks for including grammar, vocabulary, writing, reading. You can learn English here. Not only learn, just improve your listening, reading. Also, you can practice your pronunciation using this website. It's full of interesting and amazing tasks. We need skill, listening. Here it is. You should press listening. The first one, beginner, A1. Here it is, a good night's sleep. students, before going to listen, while listening, listen it carefully. Write down the doctor's tips on your copybook near your tips. If something is not clear for you, please stop the video, listen it again and again until you understand it perfectly. Clear? Then, let's start.
At exam time, it is important to sleep well. Today, we have Dr. Baker with us in the studio, and he is going to give us 5 top tips for getting a good night's sleep. Welcome to the show, Dr. Baker.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Let's start with tip 1. Don't go to bed with the television on. Some people think they can sleep well with the TV on, but the noise and the lights mean you don't really sleep well. So turn it off. Tip 2. Don't think too much before bedtime. Do your hardest homework earlier in the evening. Do easier homework later. If your brain is too busy and full of ideas, it takes longer to get to sleep. Tip 3. Don't play video games for an hour before you go to sleep. They also make your brain too busy and active. Tip 4. Turn off your cell phone when you go to bed. What is so important that it can't wait until the morning? If possible, leave your phone in another room. Tip 5. Play music if you like, but don't play it too loud. Turn the sound down low.
Thank you, Doctor. That is very useful advice for our young listeners.
As we have listened, the doctor told us 5 tips for a good night's sleep. The first one, don't sleep with TV on. Turn it off. Tip number 2, don't think too much before going to bed. 3, don't play video games for an hour before bedtime. The next one, turn off your cell phone. It will be better if you leave it in another room. The last tip, play music if you like, but not too loud. This was interesting, I hope, and let's compare. After listening, let's compare your tips with the doctor's. Have you got the same ideas, the same tips? Or maybe you've learned some new tips from a doctor. I'm sure. And I hope you will follow the doctor's tips in your life. Okay, next we are going to do, after listening, we are going to do true-false task. This is in the website. It is below the listening task. Here it is. Check your understanding. Here it is. There are 6 sentences. These sentences, you should decide whether the sentences are true or false. As an example, I'm going to show you the first sentence. The guest in the studio is a teacher. Is it right? Is it true? Is he a teacher? No, of course. He is a doctor. That means this sentence is false. You should press false. Like these are the sentences you should do, and then after doing it, you should press finish and you will check yourself. Wish you good luck. So at the end of at the end of the video, of the lesson, I would like to put you wrap-up questions. What did you learn today? Or did you learn anything that surprised you? Why do you think I am teaching you about these tips? How might this help you? Below the video, I will share the link of Miro. Using the whiteboard, you can write answers to all these questions using filling in these gaps. And at the end of the lesson, I just want to say you never give up learning. Let's try and learn English using lots of possibilities, interesting websites, tasks. Wish you good luck. See you later.